Good day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it's Saturday, the 19th of June, 2021. And this is the weekly technical analysis for the Euro, the cable, and the Aussie dollar for the fourth week of June. And across all the major pairs, you will see that all of them have fallen hard against the US dollar, as the US dollar has shot up significantly after the Federal Reserve statement and announcements, and they basically had two major changes in their projection for interest rate increase. That's in 2023 from no rate hikes to two projected in 2023, and also adjusted for higher inflation, which is basically a reflection of the improvement in the economy. So with those changes in the statement, it basically just rocketed up on Thursday and then followed through till the end of the week. So let's begin with the Euro. And you can see that it's fallen through the support at 121. It was at the daily 55 EMA as well. Let's change this to resistance zone now. And fell through to 120 on at the end of Wednesday, followed through on the Thursday, blasted through the daily 200 EMA and hit the 119, next round figure. And then on Friday, attempted to reach the 21 FIB retracement, but just fell short of that. Let's also update the FIBs in a while. We can extend this over here now as a resistance zone as well. All right, since there's also multiple resistance zones, I think we can move some of these. Some of these for now. So change this to okay. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. And so basically from this swing move down, from the beginning of the year, high of the year to the low of the year, yes, retraced back to 78.6, then turn around and then fallen back now towards the 21 FIB retracement level again, and hitting the weekly 55 EMA. That's why it's got blocked just shy of the 21 FIB. So we can either leave this FIB retracement here, or we can also change this over to this one here, where potentially it could extend further. We're not sure whether it's going to go further below 118 and then back down to test the swing low. But for now, let's leave it as a retracement. And it's coming towards the 21 FIB retracement of this recent swing move up. Okay. to the next potential target at the 21 Fib retracement, and if it goes slightly deeper, it could hit the 118 before it consolidates, and the 38 Fib could be a resistance zone along with the daily 200 EMA above it. So let's mark that as a potential resistance zone. Up here for now, and we'll identify support down here at 118. There's also a okay, we'll leave it at 118 for now, and that's the support zone. And this week, the only news from the Eurozone is just the flash manufacturing and services PMIs, along with the rest of the major economies as well. There's another longer term Fib, which is on the monthly time frame, and below the 118, that's the 38 Fib retracement. So if we look on the monthly time frame, that's from the basically highs of 2014 down to the lows, significant lows so far in 2016. And after a couple moves up, it has 50 Fib retracement is the significant zone here, and now it's falling back down to 38 Fib retracement. Right, that's on the longer term. Okay, let's also take a look at the US dollar index to see how that Federal Reserve announcement triggered the move higher for the US dollar. And this was the breakout that we've highlighting that it needs to break through this resistance. I've already updated the Fib retracement levels as well. So the initial resistance was at the daily 55 EMA along with a 138 Fib extension here, and it blasted through that to this previous swing high, which was an interim resistance, and continued all the way through on Thursday past the daily 200 EMA, and then attempted to target this 786 Fib retracement level on Friday. It could continue to do that on next week, as this is now potential resistance. Right, previously I had the Fibs from coming up from this swing high down to this swing low, and that was the 100 Fib resistance zone previously. So anyway, I've already updated this to this recent swing move up, and bouncing off the 90 and the 786 retracement, basically climbing back up now, and now it's targeting the 21 fib of this move. I can either leave this one here, or I can also shift this fib over here. But for now, we'll just leave it here as a retracement coming back up to the 21 fib retracement area. Okay. So support now is at the 38 fib retracement near the daily 200 EMA, and there's an interim support below that at the 50 fib. Okay, so that's the DXY. Let's move back to the euro. And so we'll watch out for any further continuation moves next week, because on the weekly time frame, as I mentioned, it has hit the weekly 55 EMA. So there could be some consolidation before any follow through in bearish momentum. Let's move on to the cable, where it fell from the 141 level. It's at 141. And the monthly pivot fell on Wednesday right through below 140, and then continued further all the way down to 138, just below 138 on Friday. So that's a very bearish move right through this support zone. And potentially could be further bearish momentum targeting the 137, and we'll see if that happens with the Bank of England having their policy meeting this Thursday, whether they are able to reverse it or exacerbate the move down. So this 140 area is now a key resistance zone. Let's extend this all the way through. Right, the 38 fib, and that's also at the 21 fib retracement. If we take a look on the weekly time frame, that was the big swing move up, pull back into the 50% fib, and came out to retest the highs, and now starting to pull back again. Right, so it's fallen through 21 and then 38 fib retracement. So the next key zone of support will be at this 50 fib area, along with the 138 round figure. So that's not too far away relatively. So we'll see if there's any pullback first. and consolidation, and then we'll see what happens on Thursday, whether it's going to dip further to hit the support zone, or whether it's able to bounce off and recover. So this is a critical week for the UK. So it has already fallen for last week. It has already fallen over 300 pips. And I think about 250 pips for the euro. Yeah, about 300 pips. Okay, so now this 38 pip is also going to be a resistance zone. Now it's fallen below that. Let's include this here. All right, it may not be a strong one. We'll see if it's able to bounce up to retrace a bit higher. But support is clearly at the 50 pip. Okay, so let's move on to the Aussie dollar. And the Aussie dollar has fallen about 250 pips. And previously, a few weeks ago, we've already identified the head and shoulders for all the pairs, actually, for the euro and as well as the Aussie dollar. And for the Aussie dollar, it has already broken through that neckline that was at 0.77. That's why we had this fib to the neckline and to the head, and extended. The target was at the 200 fib extension, and it's fallen through that. And it was at 75.10. Fell below that to 74.80 area. So we can remove this now. We can also move this. 77 is resistance zone here. And there was a support area, which I think we can remove now, and probably move this over to this swing low at the fib along with the daily 200 EMA. So that's going to be resistance. And let's update the fibs to this reversal move, to this swing low. And if we extend that, we could target the 0.74. That's the 138 fib extension. All right, so we'll see if there's any retest of this swing low at the 75.30 area, and if it holds up, then it could target the 138 fib extension just below the 0.74 area. All right, let's also take a look at the weekly time frame, and it's approaching the weekly 55 EMA at the 74.45 area, and the 138 fib is below that, and if it dips even further, as the 162 fib extension is at 0.7310 area. That's close to the weekly 200 EMA. All right, so we'll see how far it's going to extend this bearish move. And there's only flash manufacturing and services PMIs for this week for Australia as well. So yeah, for now, we'll use this latest fib and see if there's any further extensions lower. All right. Okay, so do check out my other videos on the spot gold, which has fallen hard as well, over 1100 pips for last week, and dollar yen. And have a safe week and a good trading week, and cheers for now.